Good afternoon, Rustburg. It's Mr. Cartwright here, and today I'm here to talk to you for the Rustburg Real Talk on fostering accountability. I chose this topic because I believe it's one of the most important things for you to be a successful adult. So, what exactly does accountability mean? Accountability implies a statement of explanation for your conduct. And what I mean by that is that you have an obligation to explain, justify, or take responsibility for your own actions. And what I mean by that is you own what you do. So, what does accountability look like in action? The first thing is you recognize and you own up to your shortcomings. The reality is we're all human and we all are not perfect. So, for example, in your class, you're not turning your assignments in on time. Well, what do? You recognize that, you own it, and you make changes. You start to turn in every single assignment when it's due. And sometimes that takes baby steps: time management, prioritization, realizing what is important and what is not. The second thing is don't blame others when you're at fault. Own your actions. So, for example, blaming a teacher for your bad grade when you're missing 10 assignments is pointless because the reality is why is that bad grade an F? It's because you're missing 10 assignments, not the teacher. You are. The third thing is don't make excuses. I'm tired is not a valid excuse. Your boss in the real world is not going to accept I was tired, so I didn't do it. Sorry, I didn't complete my work today. The fourth thing is don't put responsibility on others for your shortcomings. So we've all had that group where we've had that one person who didn't pull their weight. Don't be that one person. Don't make others pick up for your actions. The fifth thing is be proactive. And this is one of the most important things you can do is plan ahead, manage your time, and prioritize what is important. And it's one of those things as a teenager and as a college student, I played a lot of video games. But now, as an adult, there's other things that have replaced my priorities: my job, my family, spending time with my daughter. And that's one of those things that if you can start to do that now, it will help you transition to an adult into the real world. And the last thing is take into account for different perspectives. This is one of the hardest things to do is to actively listen to someone who has a different viewpoint than you, and be respectful. You don't want to be that person getting into a Facebook or social media war because the reality is you're probably not going to be able to change that person's viewpoint. But you can still have a respectful conversation and treat each other like a human being. So, what does accountability translate to for you? It translates to success. It all starts with one person, though. Other people can hold you accountable, but until you're really going to be successful, you have to learn to hold yourself accountable. You have to own your own actions. And so, what can you do to be more accountable? Well, the first thing is you can ask yourself, how am I contributing to this problem? Assess the situation, determine what you're doing, and make a change. And that's the big piece is you have to change to truly hold yourself accountable. The second thing is next time you do something wrong and apologize, make it a real apology. Words are great, but words mean nothing without action. So when you say I'm sorry, that's fine and people might appreciate it, but until you really want to hold yourself accountable, you have to make a change in the way you're acting. And the third thing is you recognize how you're harming others. So to truly hold yourself accountable, sometimes you have to realize, and it's tough, that I'm wrong. And you have to put others before yourself to truly hold yourself accountable. Because when you admit that you're wrong, A, it's not easy, but B, you're showing that you genuinely care about how you affected someone else. So the big takeaway I want you all to understand today is that it's hard for people to accept full accountability for their actions and words. And part of that reason is because we feel that we're right. And that's understandable. Most of the time we think we're right. But holding yourself accountable sometimes, what that means is I got to admit that I was wrong. So I'll be honest with you, it's something that doesn't necessarily come natural and it comes with age and we learn it over time, but it is an essential skill for your success and your happiness as an adult who is going to have positive, healthy relationships and be a productive member of society. So, guys, I hope you got something out of today. I really appreciate you listening to me. I hope that you understand how important accountability is for your future. And I appreciate you tuning in to today's Rustburg Real Talk. Thank you.